Assalamu alaikum and a good morning to all present. Today, we all have gathered here for the PhD orientation program for the newly admitted scholar for the session 24-25. As you all embark upon the research journey at Integral University, it is essential on your part to get well versed and acquainted with the procedures, norms, facilities, and bylaws which are available at your disposal in the university. Today, it's an opportunity for all of you to delve deep into all aspects of the university and become familiar with it because you are going to be a part of this integral family now. As you are now a part of this family, your concerns, your visions, your goals shall be ours, and together we will work hard to achieve them. Now, to formally welcome you all in this PhD orientation program, I call upon Professor Sanobar S. Mir, Head Department of Biosciences, to give the welcome address. Ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Ilahi. Thank you for calling me here. Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected dignitaries, colleagues, and my dear friends, good morning and Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of Integral University, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to this lively, diverse, and a warm community. Our journey started with the progressive vision of our honorable founder and chancellor, Professor S.W. Sir. It would not have been possible to travel this far without his guiding light and his commitment towards inspiring excellence. Our university is a prestigious university which has remained true to its vision of enlightening knowledge. We are a research intensive university, a fact that has been reinforced by our research indices and our rankings in NIRF and IIRF. Our continuous pursuit of quality and excellence in all spheres has helped us attain the status of a NAC A plus university. To you, students of the class of 2024, I'm here to say a few words about the heart of your experience, the intellectual adventure that you are about to undertake. As one of nation's leading research universities, Integral University offers doctoral programs in multiple disciplines. I must congratulate you all for getting selected in our university. You have chosen a university which is research intensive. So what does that mean for you? The essence of our university is a culture of inquiry and lifelong scholarship. As students, now you are free to ask questions and seek answers, seek possible answers in collaboration with your supervisors and colleagues. As you meet with your advisors to talk about your interests and aspirations, I encourage you all to go forth with the spirit of exploration. Try new things, choose new topics, choose new subjects, and that expose you to new ideas and the alternative way of thinking. The infrastructure of our labs is state of the art, which you will witness over the course of your time here. When you step outside of the labs, you will discover a campus that is vibrant, that is beaming with activities. Activities engaging in student clubs, athletics, programs, community outreach programs, and other scientific social responsibility programs. I would encourage you to take advantage of Integral University's position as one of world's premier international institutions. We derive our sense of pride in the fact, in the long history of students, faculty, and staff who have ventured beyond our campus, beyond the boundaries of our city to engage internationally. We offer an immense array of opportunities and mentorship for a truly global education. Now, what does truly global education mean? It means holistic development, to engage, get life skills, to address the unknown. Because going into an unknown territory, unventured territory is always scary. So you will have immense support in the community, in our university community. We offer immense array of opportunities And for this, the most important part, students, when you venture into this unknown territory, the most important part is to educate yourself in broad areas of human interests that will help you engage intelligently, creatively, and compassionately with the unknown. Because, the first 20 years, first 18 years of our training are to address the known journey, and the rest of the training is for addressing the unknown. So that journey is always very scary. You will require hand holding, you will require support, you will get that from your guides and allies here. In addition to that, cultivate good, long lasting friendships. See, you cannot work alone. You have to cultivate long lasting friendships. Besides that, develop a sense of camaraderie so that your challenging PhD journey will commence and culminate happily. As you embark on this incredible journey, and I want you to know, because your anchor has been telling you continuously that it will be an exciting, incredible journey. From my experience, I can tell you that it's really going to be an incredible, exciting journey, because your university community is always in support of you. It's here to support, sustain, and encourage you to go into the unventured territory and explore new horizons. We could not have been more privileged to support you. We could not have been more privileged to have you here, because you make us what we are. The student community makes us what we are. We look forward to the fresh ideas and the energy that you bring to us. So I want to know what kind of energy you are going to get to us. We need positive energy. The new students always get positive energy to the campus, creative energy to the campus. It's you who make us what you are. Our incredibly talented faculty will be guides, your guides and allies. Now, students, you need to remember your greatest resource is your talented faculty over here. So you need to go and get to know them. You need to ask them about their research ideas, and you also need to share your ideas with them, because PhD is not the run-of-the-mill degree that you're going to get. It's not a postgraduate degree. It's a degree where you can, think autonomously. You can share your new ideas. Share these ideas with your guides. They will challenge you, guide you, and open doors to the new possibilities. So the bottom line is engage with your advisors, engage in the new challenging ideas. And finally, to the parents over here, I can see, some students have their parents with them. For the parents, we look forward to getting to know the exceptional young people that you have raised, and to mentor them and to learn, to grow, to discover who they are. We are still in the process of self-discovery. So we'll help you to understand what you want and how you want to make a difference in this world. Lastly, to the students, I would again like to say, find your ikigai. It's a Japanese philosophy. Find your ikigai. And with these words, once again, I would like to welcome you all. Have a great day and a great stay at Integral University, Lucknow. God bless you all. And we welcome you wholeheartedly to this campus, which is always there to support you. The community is to support you, and we are always there to be there for you, so that you can embark on this research journey and bring laurels to your alma mater. Now, this is your alma mater, and you have to make this promise to us that you will bring more laurels to the university, so that we can excel more and more. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that warm welcome and setting the stage for the day. Now it's the time for University Tarana. As I said that we are a truly global family now. The University Tarana invokes the sense of pride and emotions in ourselves. It is a time for the rendition of the University Tarana. For that, I request Shakir sir.
हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। अहले कदम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। अहले कदम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कदम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। अहले कलम की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम में सफर सीनों में लिए, हाथों पे लिए सहबाए हरम। शाही की तरह कौसारों पर रखते हैं हमेशा अपने कदम। आगोश हिमालय में हमसे खाइफ है अजल से अहल सितम। हम इल्म अमल की शम्मा है, हम इल्म अमल की शम्मा है। हम मखज़न हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम शम्मे अदब के परवाने, हम इल्म अमल के दीवाने। ये बज़्म है इल्म इरफा की, इस बज़्म के हम हैं मस्ताने। हम शाम सहर पी लेते हैं सहबा यकीन के पैमाने। हमसे है सुरूरो मस्तियों में, हमसे है सुरूरो मस्तियों में। हम खुद है मुजस्सम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। ये रहमत हक का मरकज है, ये इल्म अदब का गहवारा। हर फूल यहाँ का गुलशन है, हर बरख यहाँ का तैयारा। ये मरकज एक समंदर है, हर शोबा हुनर का एक धारा। ये मेहर मोहब्बत का मरकज, ये मेहर मोहब्बत का मरकज, साइंस व अदब का मीनारा। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के, हम फख्रे माला फख्रे अजम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। अहले कलम शम्मे की हामी हक हम अब्र करम। एजाज़ बुलंदी इंटेग्रल हर सुबह रहे हर शाम रहे फर्जंद तेरा हर शोबे में कोई न कभी नाकाम रहे तेरा फैज हो सारे आलम पर मिल्लत पे तेरा ही नाम रहे दुनिया में रहे हम या न रहे दुनिया में रहे हम या तेरा नाम रहे कलम शम्मे यकीन हामी हक
Proud to be integralite. Proud to be integralite.
Proud to be integralite.
Proud to be integralite.
ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के हम फख्रे हिमाला फख्रे अजम हम ताज है मुल्को मिल्लत के हम फख्रे हिमाला फख्रे अजम अहले कलम शम्मे यकीन हामी हक हम अबर करम अहले कलम शम्मे यकीन हामी हक हम अबर करम अहले कलम शम्मे यकीन हामी हक हम अबर करम
Yes, proud to be integralite. That was indeed mesmerizing. I'm sure you all will agree with me that listening University Tarana always gives goosebumps and nostalgia. However, moving ahead with the program, we are lucky to have Professor Muhammad Haris Siddiqui serve with us, who is the Registrar of the University and Directorate of Admissions, who is here to address our scholars, newly admitted scholars, about the intricacies of the admission procedures. Sir has been a constant source of inspiration for all of us, and Sir is here with us to discuss about the admission procedures at the Integral University. Sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, all the respected deans, HODs, and my dear PhD students, batch 2024. And I'm seeing for the first time the maximum international students apart from the national PhD students. So on behalf of the Directorate of Admissions and Academics, and on my own personal behalf, I would like to place my wholehearted welcome to all of you in this PhD orientation program of the class of 2024. Let me tell you several things about this particular year of PhD students who have taken admission. Till the time, I think over the past 10 years, this has been the first time that the number of students who have qualified the PhD admission and have been sent counseling letters, we have for the first time the maximum conversion rate. That is more than 95%. So the waiting list candidates were, of course, told that it generally happens that the waiting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 waiting listed candidates are given admission, but this time it has become very difficult. So only waiting first and waiting second has been cleared, because the first list we have the maximum turnout. So this is a testimony to the kind of change that has happened in the university over the past 5 years, and the transformation of Integral University from an academic institution to a research intensive university. So the Directorate of Admissions and Academics, which has always been your first point of contact when you had filled the application form and you started your you proposed to start your journey from that directorate, takes care of several processes. But in the entire journey, you must have seen the PhD advertisements of all the other institutions of the country. But over the course of 10-15 years, the Integral University advertisement has been designed in a manner that the entire PhD journey is being displayed there. So that brings in more clarity, and that also necessitates that you take care of all those checkpoints which are in place. Like we always had more offline applications, but after COVID, it has become a trend that majority of you apply online. But then there is always an issue that you do not take care of uploading all the essential documents. Like it always happens that you are net qualified, MPhil qualified, but you don't upload that document. So if you are not uploading that, it always means that you have to give the entrance test. You are not exempted. So therefore, at times it happens that the clarity is not there. So it is better for you, after you take admission, or those who have taken admission, you must have got an email from the Directorate of Admissions and Academics stating that you have to upload all your academic credentials, particularly your graduation, post-graduation mark sheets and degrees online. Please do that, because that is very essential to keep your records forever. And the records can only be kept forever once they are digitalized. So that is very essential, the first checkpoint which you need to take care of. The second checkpoint which you need to take care of, there have been occasions that you have taken admission and taken the bona fide certificate from the Directorate of Admissions and Academics, but the NOC from your employer, you take time, 15 days, 20 days, 30 days. Please ensure that you stick to that timeline, because that data is digital, and your name in the PhD students list will only remain once that deadlines are met. Okay. The third important thing is, once you have taken admission and after this PhD orientation program, your classes will start. So many of you, at times there are issues that you have not brought your complete fees. So at times we give you the liberty, because that has been the trend of this university. We are not a university which is after purely after financial issues by resources, but we take care of your issues and problems, particularly with the foreign students and particularly with students which are from outside the state. So what I'm trying to convey is all the essential formalities which are essential for the completion of your admission procedure, and those who have taken several leverages because of some genuine reasons, please complete that. Okay. Then over a period of, I think, last 3 years, we have started with the Integral Research Fellowship. So let me make it very clear again that this fellowship is only for all those applicants who appear for the entrance test of the university. And the topper of the entrance test gets that Integral Research Fellowship. But there are certain essential criteria behind that, which I need to highlight because many queries are coming till yesterday also. The batch size, minimum batch size has to be 5. Like if you have topped an entrance test of a particular discipline, there has to be 5 students who sat for that entrance test. Then only you will be eligible. This is the same policy of the university which we follow for the medals, for giving gold and silver medals. Secondly, once this scholarship is being dispersed, it is essential for the candidate to be a full-time internal working candidate, because we want to support our candidates who are good but who do not have any fellowship and they work in the university as full-time candidates. So majority of you will apply for this fellowship after your coursework is over. And another essential criteria is that you need to clear the coursework in one go. Even if you are a topper and if you fail in any of the coursework examination, you will not be eligible to avail this fellowship. Okay, so these are the 3 essential things for the Integral Research Fellowship, which is around 6,000 rupees per month. But it is an honor because that is given to a person who has topped the examination in his or her area of discipline in which he has appeared for. Then full-time candidate. Then there are several other scholarships of the university, which even PhD students are also eligible to apply, like the alumni scholarship. So any student, PhD student who is an alumnus of this institution is eligible for alumni scholarship, 25% waiver in the fees. Then the students from Jammu and Kashmir are eligible for 25% waiver. Students from Northeast are eligible for 25% waiver. At the same time, we have orphan scholarships, specially abled scholarship, and we have also scholarships for our staff members. So those who are staff members of this university, they are also eligible for 25% waiver in the tuition fees. So apart from the integral, there is at times PhD students are confused that they are only eligible for Integral Research Fellowship, but they are also eligible for all the other scholarships which are being offered by the university only when you apply online. And that forms are already out. I think the last date is 2-3 days are left. If you want, that last date can be extended with the permission of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, but you have to apply online. Okay. Once the scholarship is being dispensed to other students and then you come that you forgot to apply. So I'm making it very clear here that because that approval has been taken, and then after March, the financial year is also closed. So it is impossible to get that particular scholarship, and that is in continuity. All the university scholarships are till you complete your studies from Integral University. Okay, clear? So important point is scan all your documents and upload. Remember, Integral Research Fellowship is only for those who have all the proper attendance and who clear the coursework examination. Remember, the other fellowships form is out and you have to apply online. Take your ID cards from the Directorate of Admissions and Academics or your respective department. And then those who come with a junior research fellowship or the scholarships or fellowships from the Government of India or the state government, we have a separate office, that is the scholarship section in the academic block B, ground floor, where Mr. Shabir looks after the government scholarships. The PFMS schemes, the other schemes where online registrations are necessary. So you need to go and register there also for availing your junior research fellowship and senior research fellowship. And remember, any document which has to be signed for your fellowship or scholarship or any research assistantship has to come from the Office of the Dean Research and Development. It has to have the endorsement of the Office of the Dean Research and Development, because the data centrally is maintained from that office only. Okay. So this, after this, continuation of this fellowship will be told by the Dean Research and Development, because it will be a 6 months evaluation in the RDC, and then only this fellowship will continue. If you are interested in the railway concession form, bona fide certificate, interested in any bank loans, any NOCs, any particular forms, everything will be dealt by the Directorate of Admissions and Academics, where you have separate counters for all these things will be taken care of. So it's a very tight journey. It's not that easy like other universities, but it is a time-bound journey also here. We ensure that we give your PhD degree within 3-4 years on an average. And the processing takes place very fast, but we do not compromise on quality. So remember that this is not one such kind of degree where you need to keep it at the last pendency of your work. It has to be your top priority, topmost priority, and you are the senior most students of the university, and you have to take the flag of this university to all the corners of the country. And now we have so many foreign students also, so it becomes equally more important to be very sincere and to take care of all these timelines. Apart from this, any other issue which you have during your course of the PhD, the Directorate of Admissions and Academics is ready to help you out. By default, you all will be entered in the database as full-time students. So those who are working somewhere have to produce the NOC and convert your admission in the RDC into part-time. Okay. So conversion, by default, you will be full-time, and your conversion to part-time will only happen once you submit all those documents. And once you convert into part-time, then remember, if you leave job and then you again join job, so that transition will not happen so quickly. So be sure, by default, you will be full-time. Then if you have a job and if you think that you will continue with that job, then only convert your admission into part-time. Because generally we are looking forward for full-time PhD students, and particularly students who are at the age of 20 to 30. We are also privileged to have a number of government officials, like we have the Additional Chief Secretary of the UP government sitting here. We have the SDM of the BKT who has registered here. We have the managers of the bank who have registered here. So those are the students who have come by seeing the reputation of the university and by seeing the transparency in the processes. So those people are also there, but they have brought their NOC and they will be part-time students, because that is essential, because they are working in a full-time job. But for those students who are immediately completed their post-graduation, they need to take care of all these things. We had also started with the compliance with the new education policy and the guidelines of the ICT, and all the request of several IAS officers who are engineers, and then they have got selected into IAS and other services. We have started with the PhD after BTech. But this year was the second year. We had 1 or 2 admissions. Let me make it very clear that the experience of 2 years, which is written in the eligibility criteria, has to be the experience which is related to your PhD. It's not that you are doing a marketing job and you use that experience for doing a PhD in biotechnology or food technology or some other discipline. So BTech plus 2 years of experience, that 2 years should be the relevant experience which will help you in doing your PhD in that experience only. So that is as per the guidelines of AICTE. So please keep all these things in mind. I think I have made myself clear in all those checkpoints, which we will take care of. My best wishes and congratulations to all those who have joined this PhD program. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and at the same time converting maximally into full-time admissions this particular year. And your journey will be exciting, and the other speakers will let you know how your journey will go and what other things we have on platter. Thank you so much for choosing Integral University, and remember, you should come out proud to be Integralites, and we should be proud of you of taking the flag of Integral University to the next higher level. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure our scholars will optimally utilize the facilities which you described and as outlined by you. Now, I take this opportunity to call upon Professor Abdur Rahman Khan, Controller of Examination and Chairman Subcommittee on Teaching, Learning and Evaluation, to the podium to explain the intricacies of the examination system at Integral University. Sir.
Assalamu alaikum, a very good morning and namaskar adab to all my dignitaries and students. Honorable Vice Chancellor, with your permission, I'm going to present about the roles of the examination cell that they are playing in the PhD program. Of course, we are everywhere in the whatever the program of study is, either here in this university, every student has to go through an examination process. But for the PhD program, what we are doing, please be careful and see, because this is the most important part. Every student wants their thesis should be evaluated as soon as possible. So I'm going in the end. Yes, you have to complete 3-year, 4-year, have a good publication, and thesis should be evaluated in minimum time. So just for sharing a good news that with collaboration with the Dean in Doctoral Studies and the approval of Honorable Vice Chancellor, we are conducting the Viva between 1 to 6 months. And the latest figure is last 1 year, within 1 to 3 months, we have conducted the Viva. So this is the best part that what Integral University is doing for you, but it all depends on your objective, what you have fulfilled, how many good publication in good journals that you have published, and based on that, you get the good report. So please, welcome you all again. This is the role that what examination cell is playing. First part you have already cleared, that is related with the examination, entrance examination. Second is managing coursework examination, that you have to appear after completing the course work classes. And third is, of course, facilitating thesis submission. So these 3 important steps that we are working upon. Of course, in thesis evaluation, we have to have appointment of examiners with the approval of Honorable Vice Chancellor, communication and follow-up, then scheduling and coordination related with organizing the final Viva overseas, and then coordination between internal and external examiner, PhD candidate, and then ensuring a smooth conduct of the Viva and maintaining records and ensuring confidentiality of the process. Record keeping and result declaration. These are the few very important points that what we are dealing with. And related with this best practices related with examination cell, related with PhD program. We have several other best practices related with other programs like showing of copies to students who are studying in the other programs. Timely coordination, confidentiality, and efficient record management. This is the best practice that what we have. Timely coordination means as soon as you submit the thesis, your supervisors through the Dean Doctoral Studies submit the panel of examiners. Immediately, with the approval of Honorable Vice Chancellor, we process this thesis and we send to the approved examiners. Now, since we are dealing with three processes, entrance examination, coursework examination, and thesis evaluation, so I would like to explain a little bit more about coursework examination. Please see it carefully because all this is from the PhD ordinance. You can read the ordinance. It is available on the university website. Three papers that you have to appear. One is research methodologies, second is research publication and ethics, and third is your department subject paper. Each paper is of 4 credit, that is 12 total 12 credit that you are going to earn, and maximum marks of each paper is 100. Assessment have 80% theoretical written examination, 20% internal evaluation, that 20 marks. Total marks is 100, so 20 marks is for internal evaluation, 5 marks for is your attendance in the classroom, and 10 marks is for presentation. That PPT presentation you do before a committee. Required marks, that is 55% marks are required to pass that particular subject. Now, the most important point that are coming, if the scholar fails to pass on the first attempt, one more attempt may be given to clear the coursework, failing which his or her PhD registration may be cancelled. So you will get only 2 chances. So make sure you clear in the first attempt because there is a benefit there. Our Directorate of Admission and Academics just told you that you will get the scholarship if you have taught in the entrance examination, but provided you should clear this coursework in first attempt. In extraordinary circumstances, Vice Chancellor may permit for a final attempt to clear the coursework paper. However, till then, the PhD scholar shall not be allowed to undertake any research work. तो ये चीज आपके लिए कोर्स वर्क बहुत जरूरी है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू क्लियर दैट 3 papers. BTech, those who have done BTech and enrolled in PhD program with 2 years of relevant field experience, they have to clear 6 courses. Now, grade and credit points. The total credit of the PhD program is 100, where 12 credits are for the coursework. Rest you will earn during your RDC's Research Development Committee that will be attending in 2 times in a year. In that you will earn different grades and different credits based on your work. There are attributes mentioned. Please read the ordinances. In every RDC, there are certain attributes regarding your presentation, regarding achieving your objectives, regarding publication, regarding writing reviews. So based on that, you get the credit. So make sure throughout the PhD process during the RDC, you present yourself really well, and that can only come through your good work. This is the grading of performance for coursework only. If you score how marks, what grade you will get is written here. Now, third important point related with the evaluation of thesis. See, initial review Office of the Dean Doctoral Studies there, and the accepted plagiarism is 15%. Panel of 6 external examiners that supervisor has to submit, 4 from outside of the state, 2 from Uttar Pradesh. No, 2 examiners should be from the same institution. And then out of the 6, Honorable Vice Chancellor approves 3 examiners, and then we send them the thesis for evaluation. And there are 3 conditions. In first, if they approve it, that's very good. If they say yes, revise and resubmit, then there is some other rule. And if they reject it, there is some other rule. And if they said yes, revise and resubmit, then minor revision, major revision. So it's clearly written everything in the ordinance. I would request you all not to go in second and third option. Try to get the first one. It should be approved in first attempt only, and that only can come on if you have done really good work, you have published a good paper, and you have got a patent also. Certainly it's going to be approved. And rest is written, it's all from the ordinances, that yes, if you have faced second and third, like revision, resubmission or rejection, then what are the procedures that you'll have to follow. I mean, it's written there. There are many steps that will be there to resolve the issue. Okay? Award of PhD degree. If everything is approved, then one examiner will be selected through the Honorable Vice Chancellor, and he will be invited to conduct the viva with the internal examiner and Dean Doctoral Studies and Dean's presence. And then after viva, there is a committee called Examination Subcommittee under the chairmanship of Honorable Vice Chancellor, and different deans are there. They check all the documents and all the papers that what we have done throughout your PhD program, and if everything is okay, then the committee recommends for the approval from the Honorable Vice Chancellor for awarding the PhD degree, and the degree is awarded during the convocation. That is all from examination cell. I used to say एग्जामिनेशन जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी, ये हमारा स्लोगन है, ये हमारे लिए भी है और आपके लिए भी है। एग्जामिनेशन बहुत मुश्किल होता है, लेकिन हमने कोशिश की है कि आप बहुत ही सिंपल फॉर्म में आपको बताऊं, और उम्मीद है एग्जामिनेशन सेल आपके साथ पूरी तरीके से है। इंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन आपने दिया और बहुत ही आसानी से क्वालिफाई किया, और उम्मीद है भी कोर्स वर्क भी आप बहुत आसानी से क्वालिफाई करेंगे, और थीसिस इवैल्यूएशन में अगर आप अच्छा रिसर्च करेंगे तो जरूर हम आपको पूरी तरीके से यकीन दिलाते हैं विद इन 1 or 2 months you will get the degree. Thank you so much for inviting me, Dean Doctor sir. Thank you all. See you once again.
So extremely thankful to you, sir, for elaborating upon the PhD ordinances and the procedures of evaluation, which I am sure will be of immense help to the scholars. Now, moving further with the program, I will take this opportunity to call upon Professor Bahajul Haq, Dean Doctoral Studies and Research and Development, to address the participants and elaborate upon the procedures and PhD ordinance of the university. Sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Directors of Admission and Registrar of the University, Controller of Examination, and Dean of Faculty of Sciences, and other deans present in the hall, head of the departments, faculties, PhD coordinators, and my dear students. It's a great day today that we are doing a PhD orientation program starting at day 1 of the new batch of the PhD student in various disciplines. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this vibrant university, which is a research intensive university and has a distinct place by its accreditation. And I hope your stay will be very enjoyable, productive, and result-oriented. The PhD program of the university is a very unique and progressive in nature, as Director Admission has mentioned that the conversion of application versus taking admission is very high or almost complete, because that we are always on schedule. And in many universities, you will find things are lagging behind, some delays are there, some sessions are here and there. But this happens because of the leadership of the university that takes care of formulating and monitoring the guiding factors, which are written and displayed in the form of ordinances. And the PhD ordinance is also one of those important documents available on the website. And my assignment for this presentation is to apprise you about the ordinance. So the PhD ordinance actually covers entire thing from admission to exam and award of the degree, where two important events like admission and examination has been very well elaborated by the responsible for those activities. Now, what happens between admission and exam is the execution of work, your PhD work. So that will be dealt in between, and there are several rules, regulations that has to be followed. And your research progress will be monitored periodically in RDCs so that you can complete your progress and you will be monitored. So the duration of your PhD program is minimum for 3 years and maximum for 6 years. So it's not that you have taken admission and you get relaxed and you are not attentive, or you have done exceptionally well and you may not get degree in less than 3 years time. And these 3 years actually include your coursework as well. And all these guidelines are according to the UGC guidelines that we follow, and also we have adopted NEP 2020 in total, including in our PhD program. So for doing research, you have to undergo the coursework. That is one of the stringent requirement for your credits, which is of 12 credit. As you are told that there will be 3 disciplines that you have to qualify. One is research methodology, publication, research publication and ethics, and the other is your subject papers. So all the 3 papers are of 4 credit each, and you have to qualify them, and there will be classes from very soon. They will start, and I request all of you, those who are in the hall or those who are watching remotely, that please take your time and attend those classes seriously, because not only that you have to pass this as a regulatory things, during these processes you will be taught various important aspects how you do your research work in coming time. And I would like to also mention here that the research work is a cost intensive phenomena. So you need financial support. And the financial support comes for the research fellows by the scholarships and some research grants. So always plan your work in a way that you can formulate a small research project out of which that we can submit for external funding. In addition to that, every one of you should emphasize upon the qualifying UGC NET fellowship program test, which happens twice a year. And this university offers in-campus free of cost coaching for those exams. in all disciplines and compulsory papers. So my request to all of you is that once your coursework is over or during that period, you take advantage of our coaching classes, and otherwise also you prepare and get secure your fellowship for that, so that you can complete your research work comfortably. As Director Admissions has mentioned, that Integral University offers its own fellowship to improve the quality of research, supporting good researchers, and it offers in approximately 20 to 22 disciplines, 6,000 per month scholarship. And for that, you have to, you might have crossed that, and after this coursework, the results will be open, and there will be some lucky people and also meritorious one that will receive the fellowship. And for them, you have to be very, very attentive and rigorously and honestly use that opportunity to support your activity and value add to your research work, concentrate and make your research work transformed into publications and patents, and also try to formulate some small research grants. After this coursework is over, you will be allotted a supervisor. This will be done in a committee, either RDC or RDSC, as the case may be, with consideration to the expertise of the supervisor and your research interest. It's not that compulsorily that you have to work with someone or not, but also the availability of seats. Because as per UGC norms, we have limited seats for each cadre. Like professors can have 8, associate professors can have 6 students, and assistant professor can have, who have completed 1 year experience and all, up to 4 research students. So with these consideration, your supervisor will be allocated. And then after your supervisor is allocated, then you will start your research work. And your research work and its progress will be monitored in frequent RDCs that happens twice a year, as it is mentioned, where you have to elaborate, formulate the objectives, and your progress will be monitored objective wise, and there will be grades and credit points, as Professor Abdul Rahman Sahab mentioned, that you have to earn 100 credit courses, and you have to get those credit marks so that you can qualify for your thesis submission process. And after that, you have to request for your pre-PhD presentations when everything is over. So the committee will review that your objectives are over, your publications are done. Then you will be permitted for pre-PhD presentation, where you will be granted permission to submit the thesis. Here I would like to draw your attention about the publications, which is a very important aspect of research work, because that is the tangible outcome that you can show that you have done this much work. And the university is very, very emphasizing upon improvement the quality of research and the quality of publications. So there are 2 programs that is being run, that the research incentivization programs. They're if you have a good publication in good journal with better score, a patent or a book chapter or something, so this is rewarded in cash. The other thing is that the publication should be in good journals like Scopus, SCI, and as much as possible with the impact factor. The publication should route it through the Office of the Dean Doctoral Studies to secure a manuscript control number. Please note that this is very important. And not only you have to take that, you have to cite in your manuscript, as well as this will be monitored for your when you will do the thesis submission process. That manuscript number will be accounted for, that you have to show. So once you have completed your all credits and published 2 papers, then you will be allowed to submit the thesis, and the thesis checklists are there, which is available on our website of the and on ordinance, and will be talked to you several times during your presentations. Then the PhD will be submitted and examined in the Department of Examination, and eventually you will be awarded the degree. The university, I would like to mention that we have Indian students as well as students coming from abroad, and some are NRI students. So our Honorable Vice Chancellor has made it very clear about that anybody in the globe can be part of the PhD program of Integral University. And in the ordinance, there is a separate section for international students who are from the like foreigner in nature, like having their own country's passport, or if they are NRI having Indian passports. So I will not elaborate that too much, but I just wanted to make a mention that such provisions are there, and we also conduct the supervision of PhDs which are remote. However, there are certain conditions, regulations. It is not that way that, you know, at par with Indians, you have to have a workplace over there if you are working abroad, and a supervisor, co-supervisor from that place. So overall, this is a brief glimpse of the PhD program and of the of PhD ordinance. And we will be interacting frequently during RDCs and other events also while you publish your paper or submit your thesis. And with these few words, I wish you good luck and a bright research career. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks a lot, sir, for explaining about the monitoring mechanisms during the PhD program and the RDC, working of RDC. Now, I call upon Syed Misbahul Hassan, sir, Director, Integral Center of Excellence for Interdisciplinary Research, to provide a glimpse about the Integral Center of Excellence for Interdisciplinary Research. Sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Controller of Examination, Dean Research and Development, Deans of other faculties, heads of the department, faculty coordinators, and students who have enrolled for the PhD program, a very good morning to you all. I welcome you all to the Integral University, which is a very prestigious university which provides outcome-based education in several departments, in several fields of study. And as already mentioned by all previous speakers, we are now moving towards a research-intensive university. If you can just see on this graphic, what we have is, we have a research promotion that has been put into place by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, where we have various provisions of promotion of research, where we provide seed money, we provide incentivizations, we promote extramural projects. We, of course, when you have good research, you'll have good publications. We are promoting patents. We have an incubation center, again, where you can come up with ideas. We are promoting consultancy from our faculty. We have MOU and various collaborative activities and industry-academia interaction. As I have said that this is a research-intensive university, so we have I am here just to tell you about Integral Center of Excellence for Interdisciplinary Research. This center is located in the same building where you are sitting, on the 4th and the 5th floor of this particular building. That is the Block C. The aim of this center is to advance scientific research and foster interdisciplinary collaboration. This is our main focus. This is our main aim. The ICR also has a focus on undertaking activities which will encourage and support research. We also provide dedicated infrastructure for R&D. We also would like to provide an overarching structure for research. We undertake efforts to extend all scientific services to other people also within the university and outside the university. And we initiate product-oriented new research programs of interdisciplinary nature. The objectives includes, most importantly, to make that research is interdisciplinary in nature. Again, as many of our previous speakers emphasized on this point, we need you to go and search for any project which is interdisciplinary in nature, which will further give importance to your research and also will lead to good publications. We therefore would obviously requiring extramural grants as specifically asked from you by the Dean R&D. We need you to develop collaborations within the institution, within the university, outside the university, with good institutions. And obviously, the ICR would also want you to contribute in organizing conferences, seminars, and symposia. Every research would obviously lead to good outcomes, and our research outcomes would be obviously expecting you of high quality publications. We also promote the seed money from our faculty. This is only related to the faculty. The impact that your publications would give would obviously benefit you as well as the institution. Collaborations and partnerships, as I said, within the university, within the departments, across disciplines, and other than the university in any institution of repute. Extramural grants, you should always apply for that, and you will need to have conferences and events where you participate, where you put in your research, get laurels for the university and for yourselves. As far as research is concerned, the most important thing that you must be seeking was what is the infrastructure that we can provide. There are several laboratories in the university which are research laboratories. But as I said, this ICR is a specific dedicated 2 floors only for research. And these 2 floors are situated in the same block, that is the block C. We have various spacious laboratories. We will have space for research scholars. We have a patent office. We have a lunch room. We have major equipment space. We have a central instrumentation facility, which I will be speaking about. And you'll also be appearing for your regular RDCs in this particular ICR itself. We have several state-of-the-art laboratories. As I said, this ICR is on 2 different floors, the 4th floor and the 5th floor. On the 4th floor, other than 10 different laboratories, we have very good state-of-the-art laboratories that includes microbiological engineering, genetic engineering and translational biology, laboratory for pharmaceutical sciences, laboratory for medicinal chemistry, and laboratory for stem cell research. In addition, on the 5th floor, we have proposed, and it is soon to be set up, that is the laboratory for neuroscience, laboratory for bioprocessing, several laboratories for clinical research, laboratory for agricultural research and plant tissue culture, a laboratory for material sciences and physics, and laboratory for environmental sciences. You can just see that this center would be providing you with all kinds of facilities for research across all types of disciplines that you would like to work on. And when you work, obviously, you need something to support you. So whether you work in the ICR, in several laboratories, or whether you work in any other laboratory, in any other research laboratory within the university, what we have is a central instrumentation facility, which is again the state of the art. There are various instruments in this particular CIF. I will just go through some of them. the confocal microscope, where you can do 3D imaging, colocalization, fluorescence resonance energy transfer, that is the FRET, the fluorescence recovery, the photo activation, time-lapse microscopy, multicolor microscopy, and host of other things. You'll get a very good images which will help you to send your research to good publication, good journals, so that you can get good publications. Apart from this, we also have the FACS, that is the flow cytometer, where you can do cellular uptake studies, cancer heterogeneity analysis, detection of apoptosis, cell cycle analysis, whole blood analysis, and a lot of other things. Then we have the LCMS for those related to chemistry, where you can do the pesticide residue analysis, the drug metabolite analysis, and the non-volatile compounds analysis. The X-ray diffractometer, where you can carry out the chemical composition analysis, where like for analysis for cement, for fly ash, for organic compounds, for any kind of formulations. You can also carry out the physical property determination and structural analysis of various compounds. Then you have the RT-PCR and chemi documentation system, where you can do the gene expression analysis, the SNP genotyping, etc. We also have a very good instrument, which is the ICP-MS, above the atomic absorption spectrophotometry. That is where you can carry out the macro and micronutrient analysis, as well as the toxic metal analysis. A very high sophisticated instrument that we have here. Of course, we have several UV spectrophotometers, the biosafety cabinet, the MilliQ ultra water purification system, where you can have a very, very pure water, which is DNAs and RNAs free. You can just imagine, not just water, a water which will not impede your research in any way. So what we will get is pure analysis without any kind of contamination. And this is all which is present on the fourth and fifth floor of this building. I would request all of you to please visit this after this program, so that you get to know what are the facilities that we have, so that you can do a very good quality research in this particular university. I again welcome you all on behalf of ICR and on behalf of the university to this program of doctoral program that you have enrolled for, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope the scholars will avail the best facilities offered by the ICR. Now, I would take this privilege to call upon Professor Alvina Farooqi, Head Department of Bioengineering, to acquaint the students with the University Journal Club, which is a very live and dynamic club of the university. Ma'am.
Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Javed Musarraf, sir, Dean R&D, Dean Engineering, Director ICR, all the revered faculty members, HODs, and my dear budding research scholars, class of 2024. A very warm afternoon to one and all. So welcome to the lush green campus of Integral University, Lucknow. Myself, Dr. Alvina Farooqi, heading the Department of Bioengineering at Integral University. I have been entrusted with the duty of making you aware of a very important component that will serve as a pivotal role in your research journey. That is the description, the composition, the organization, the rationale of a journal club. So what actually is a journal club? Journal club is a gathering congregation of scholars who gather together along with the eminent scientists, their supervisors, to discuss and critically evaluate a prestigious research paper which is being published in a Q1 or Q2 journals. The journals are divided according to the impact factor and the other matrices into different quartiles. Q1 journal comprises of the top 25% of the journals, Q2, Q3, Q4, and so on. So the members of the journal club, they have to read that particular paper, and amongst the member, one is the presenter who will be presenting the journal paper at the journal club meeting. So not only the presenter, but the other members who are there as spectators, they are also required to read the particular research paper, which is the topic of that particular meeting. to have a very fruitful discussions and deliberations thereon to understand the outcomes and the benefits of that particular finding which is enlisted in that paper. Now, every invention has a history behind it, which actually explains the rationale, the importance of the journal club. So, the journal club, the idea was invented by this Sir James Paget, who was actually a British surgeon, and he thought of giving knowledge, sharing knowledge to all the juniors. So, he took up a small room at the top of a bakery shop in front of the hospital gate, and he discussed the various periodicals related to the medical field. Then the history continued, and later on, this journal club was established in a very formal way by Sir William Osler. He was also intending to help the society, to help those class of students who were not that much privileged to have they can have good access to the periodicals, because at that time there was no internet, so we have to be dependent on the hard copies of the periodicals, which was not very accessible to each and every scholar. So he went out of his comfort zone and he distributed these periodicals to have a very fruitful discussion. So in this way the history continued, and from the medical fraternity now we have the culture of journal club, not only in the medical fraternity but across other disciplines as well. So now, what was actually the need of a journal club? What was the background? So journal club is serving all these purposes which have been enlisted. First of all, it makes the budding research scholars who have just started their journey, research journey, to make them aware about the recent advancements in their particular area, to keep them abreast with the recent advancements, because nowadays there are a lot of technological development which is moving at a very, very fast pace. You have to align yourself with the fast-paced technological world, otherwise you will be left behind. So reading the recent research through these journal club meetings will serve a very good purpose in your research journey. So then you get to know about the research ethics, you get to know about the various funding opportunities, which I'll be discussing how these meetings will help you in my further slides. Now, this is just an example of the constitution or the organizational setup of a journal club. This is example in which we are following at our Department of Bioengineering. We have a chairperson, we have a vice chairperson, all the PhD supervisors are members of that club, all the research scholars are members, and then we also invite the subject expert, any eminent scientist or academician from institutes, national and international reputes, to just add on the quality of the discussions and deliberations. Now, there has to be some steps to be followed by the presenter. He or she must select a good article, evaluate that article, and then present that article. And before selection of the article, certain factors need to be kept in mind. The journal, the article which you are selecting have to be from a very reputed journal having a good impact. It must be a peer-reviewed journal. It must be an index journal. It maybe if your research question is of national importance, you can take up some national journals. Otherwise, you can also deal with the global problems by consulting the researchers working in the international area. Now, as you all aware, I just take up the example. In a research paper is being divided into several components. There is a title, there's introduction, abstract, material method, result, discussion, conclusion, and then finally the summary of the research paper, what outcome you have gained by reading it. Then very important information that you get by reading a good research paper is all the authors, where are they working, what are the facilities they are having at the institute. So you can explore those facilities, you can make collaboration, you can write to the authors. If you want to use their facilities, you can always write to them. They are very generous to help you out. Then you also get to know the funding agencies, how to just incorporate all the funds that is required. So there is various things mentioned, not only about the research component in the research paper, but apart from the research component, many other things which are required to carry out good research is there. So you need to be aware of all these factors that you gain from reading a good research paper. Like, for example, you can see here The title is mentioned, microRNA 29.3b. This is the title of the paper. Then in the red, there is the name of the journal. Then all the authors along with their contact details is there. If you are actually liking the paper and it is in line with your research area and you have certain queries, you can always write to the author and they will be happy to answer your queries. The introduction part is very important. In the last line of the introduction, there is a hidden research question which that research paper is addressing. That is very important. Then material and methods, how they are designing the experiment, what statistical tools they are involving, what kind of calculations they are using. So you get to know everything. Like suppose here they are utilizing some in silico analysis. Maybe you were not aware before reading the research paper that there are certain in silico tools as well. So you get to know about the recent developments. Then you can see about the funding agency. Funding information is there. So if you were not aware, there is a body called as SERB that funds the project. By reading the paper, apart from the research component, you also got this knowledge that there is a body which funds certain research areas. So this is the importance of reading good research paper, having a research background, because the very first step when after your coursework you will opt the research topic, you need to address a research question. That will develop in your minds when you read lot of manuscripts, review of literature. So what is going in the society? What is the gap that you need to address through your input? So that is very important. Then there are certain databases which index the journals. We usually consider a journal to be good if it is indexed in Web of Science or Scopus. Apart from Web of Science and Scopus, there are other indexing databases as well. Then the presenter who is presenting the research paper in a journal club meeting has to keep in mind certain rules. The research article should be from a reputed SCI index journal so that whatever information you are sharing is authentic, is not from a predatory journal. You should be knowing the background material. The presentation should be concise and you should be able to make things which is written in the research paper easier for the spectators. So when it will become easy, when you yourself will clear all the doubts. So you should be very thoroughly reading twice, thrice, maybe sometimes after reading 10, 12 times, you get to understand that paper. And then the cross references are there. You need to just deal with all the references mentioned in the paper as well, so that the entire picture of that research topic is there in your mind. Only then you can deliberate it with your other members. The other members have also read it. So both the spectators as well as the presenter can have a very good discussion along with the expert to clear your doubts, to clear your concepts, so that the same thing you can apply in your research work. So that is the beauty of this journal club meeting. Now at the end, I just want to apprise this August gathering, which is full of budding researchers, that please develop a passion for research, come out of your comfort zone. These sustainable development goals have been given by the United Nations. Try to mold your research towards sustainability, because it's now time. We have reached the zenith of developments. Now is the time to save what all we have developed for our future generations. So now is the time to just delve into the technologies which is greener technology, which saves the environment, and which adheres to these sustainability development goals. So research is actually a passion. Don't just consider research as just another higher degree. Indulge your passion for science, but let your science be human, and as such may have a direct reference to action in society. So we educated class has a lot of responsibility on our shoulder. We need to do research for the development of the society. You need to give if you can give 0.1% of your research to the society, that would be incredible. So science should not be defined to the four walls of a laboratory. You cannot work in silos. As our Honorable Vice Chancellor always motivates us to come out of the silos, to collaborate, excel. Because the hardest of the problems in science and engineering can be dealt with collaboration with the communities across the globe. So train yourself. Don't wait to be fed knowledge of a book. Get out and seek, explore, do your own research work. So be passionate, and thank you so much.
Extremely thankful to you, ma'am, for shedding the light on the working of Journal Club. Now, I would humbly request Professor Abdul Aziz Qadir Hamza, sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, to explain about the research ethics, as ethics has a very profound impact on our life. Sir will be explaining about the research ethics. Sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Deans of the faculties, heads of the department, all the PhD students of this batch. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good afternoon. Let me express my sincere thanks to the organizers of this PhD orientation program for inviting me to give a brief talk on the assigned topic. And I would like to welcome all the PhD scholars who are assembled here in this hall. Welcome to this university. You are about to embark on a very important and valuable journey, whether you like it or not, because this is what you have chosen. You have chosen to do your PhD in these universities. So you are about to start your journey to reach your destination. I put it this way. So on the road with a lot of curves, okay, normally what happens when we drive the road with many curves, we cannot ride or drive at a high speed. At every curve, we have to maneuver the curve. So when we maneuver, we have to slow down. So I put those curves as challenges that you have to face. And those challenges of multiple aspects. So along the journey, when you face those challenges, you have to find ways. Like when we drive, we slow down, we maneuver the curve, and again we pick up the speed and we drive fast until we reach the next curve. Again we slow down, we pick up the speed, then we drive. The same applies to research journey. So you may come across many challenges along your journey, and you have to find ways how to overcome those challenges. So in case if you cannot overcome those challenges by yourself, then you have to consult with your supervisors. As was informed by others, you'll be assigned a supervisor throughout your journey. So you cannot overcome the challenges by yourself. So you have to consult and find ways and measures how to overcome those challenges. And the topic that is given to me, ethics. I don't know why they assigned this topic to me, because I've seen as part of the coursework, they have research ethics as one of the course. Because there are 3 courses that you have to fulfill before you embark into your research work. So one of the courses, a compulsory course, is research and publication ethics, which carries 4 credit hours. Anyway, since they've assigned this topic, let me brief you very concisely on research ethics. So when you talk about ethics, if you look at the literal meaning of ethics, ethics is something to do with moral principles. It's not only we have to apply moral principle on research, we have to apply to ourselves, which is very important and pertinent in our journey, to self-improve ourselves, to self-educate ourselves, to self-determine ourselves, to self-motivate ourselves. So these are the important characteristics that we have to possess when we apply the application, what we call the moral principles. So when you look at what is research ethics, ethics is a set of code of ethics that we have to apply when we conduct research work responsibly and appropriately. So it is a principle that governs how to execute the research work from the beginning until the end of the research is completed. So it stands as a backbone that actuates the credibility and respectability of both scientific and academic field. So it's an important principle that we have to govern and follow throughout your research journey. So when I look at the principle, there are many principles. The ethical principle that we have to adhere and adopt. So one of them, I put it this way, So when I list the research ethics, the moral principles, one of them is honesty and trustworthy. So we have to be honest. Honest in what? Honest in your data, because all your experiment involve data. And your data come from both secondary and primary data. Primary you collect from your experiments. Secondary data you collect from the literature review. So these data, that when you present the data, you have to be honest to present the true data, the actual data, without any fabrication, without any falsification, without any manipulations. So you should not misrepresent the true data. You have to present as it is. Otherwise, the honesty is defeated. There is no truthful honest. Okay? So it looks very minor, but it is very major principle that we have to apply in our journey on research. So one of them is honesty and trustworthy. The other one is integrity. Integrity is another ethical code that we have to apply whenever we embark on research. Integrity is sincerity, consistencies, okay, moral values, and upholding promises. So we have to sincere on work that we do. So that is another moral principle that we have to apply whenever we involve in research work, because these are the principle that is highly invaluable that we need to practice it. The third important principle that we have to apply in research is respect for intellectual property. Because as part of literature, you're going to review the previous author's literature. So whenever you review previous literature, as part of your research work, you have to give credits. Giving credits whenever credit is due. That's a very important principle that we have to apply, because it is not your work. It's a work of other authors. So you have to cite those authors in that particular paper whenever you cite those research articles. And do not plagiarize. Okay, that's another important, very important aspect that we have to apply and we have to follow. Okay? So whenever you involve in research, honor the patents, honor the copyrights of other authors in your research article. This is very important in the eyes of academic world. Okay, that's an important principle that you have to keep in mind and you have to apply. The other important principle is confidentiality. So because you're going to deal with human subjects, because some of the research may involve getting perception from people. So those data must be anonymous. You cannot reveal the personal information of those individuals unless you get the consent from those individuals. So you have to maintain confidentiality of those research objects or human objects. Okay, that's important. Another important principle that you have to apply. Then objectivity. So we have to be objective in your research work. When I say objectivity, it's more on avoiding biasness, favoritism. So in our research, we cannot include data which favor others. We have to be true to ourselves. So we have to avoid by all means favoritism and biasness when reporting the findings, the method that you apply, and the data that you report in the research article, as well as in your PhD thesis. So that's another important principle that I put it. Then openness. We have to be open. Open to what? Open to criticism. Because as part of your progress in your PhD, you may receive a lot of comments from the evaluators, from the assessors in the RDC, in the various RDC. So you have to take those comments positively. And why these comments come from those assessors is for improvement. Because there are ways how to improve, because the bottom line is how to maintain the quality of your thesis from the beginning until the end of your thesis work. The quality dictates many things. It's very important and pertinent. So when you receive comments from the SSS, be open and accept the comments and dwell in a way whether those comments can be included in your thesis as part of improvement. So that is how we improve the thesis from one stage to another stage until we maintain and sustain and achieve the quality that is desired of you and also desired from the university. So be open to criticism and be open to receiving new ideas as part of your journey in your research work. The other important principle that I put it here is useful publications. Now, what is the reason? What are the reasons behind publishing research article? Is for the advancement of knowledge, advancement of scientific research. So that should be in our mind whenever we try to publish articles in any research journals. So the publication must be useful in terms of advancement of knowledge. So that is another important ethical and moral principle that we have to apply. Then legality. We talk about legality because all the university, including this university, they have rules, they have regulations, they have policies in place. So what we have to do, we have to read those rules, regulation, policies, try to understand the do's and don'ts, and try to apply those rules and regulation and policy in your research journey. Because those rules and regulations, they are in place for a reason. It's not those rules and regulations, they were formulated overnight. Over the time, those rules, regulation, policies were formulated. So when those policies are in place, we have to look into to adopt those policies and apply those policies in your research thesis as well as in your research journey. Right? So legality is another important ethical principle that we have to apply in our research journey. Then the other important ethical code of practice as part of research ethics is respect for human objects, because some of the experiment may involve in human subjects. So we have to minimize the risk and harm to the human subject and maximize the benefits out of it. So you have to get the consent, the permission from the human subject that you are going to deal with in your research whenever you work on your research work. So with those permission, you don't reveal any sensitive information from those research and in your research work from the human subjects. So the getting prior permission is very important from the human subjects. That's another important principle that you have to apply. Then animal care. So some of the research may also involve animals. So you have to respect and care for animal. Okay, so we make sure that we don't harm the animal. So that is another important moral principle that we have to apply. So with these principles in place, again, what we are trying to achieve is we are achieving a progressive and steady research until we reach our destinations. So we don't have much time, otherwise I can elaborate further. So again, once again, I thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to brief on this research ethics. But I believe that you're going to learn more about the various topics involved in research ethics course that you are going to enroll in this semester. And I congratulate everyone for being here, for getting admission into this PhD program. And I wish you everyone all the best and success in your journey to complete your PhD thesis on time. On time, what do you mean? What I mean is within 3 years' time. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your words of wisdom. Now it's the time to request Dr. Rajiv Ranjan, sir, who is the Dean of Integral B School, to come over the podium and inform us about the research funding and grant writing. As we all know that grant writing and funding is an indispensable part of a research PhD program. So I'd be requesting sir to do.
So thank you, Dr. Ilahi. On behalf of Integral Business School and the discipline of management, I welcome you all. Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, the Honorable Vice Chancellor and other university officials, and my dear incoming scholars. Today is 19th of October, 2024, and we are sitting at 12:32 a.m. p.m. It was supposed to be 11:30 a.m. We are sitting at 12:32 p.m. and it has been a very insightful journey. I mention this because time is a key player in the world of research. It is not just about meeting deadlines. It is about aligning your work with strategic priorities, ensuring your timelines don't become rushed deadlines. As doctoral students embarking on a journey of research, the temporal dimension is critical, especially when writing research proposals and seeking grants. Time management can save whether your research creates a meaningful impact or becomes a Faustian bargain. And what I mean by that is a trade off between potential and purpose. We live in Industry 4.0 and the era of SDG 2030, as was highlighted by Head of Bioengineering, and how important it is with 17 goals, 169 targets, and 148 indicators counting. In this world, research isn't just about publication counts. It is about aligning your work with broader societal, environmental, and economic priorities. Your individual research focus should support institutional objectives, which in turn should connect with national priorities. Only then you can avoid the trap of doing research for the sake of research and instead drive work that has tangible social impact. To give context, let me quickly highlight a report from the International Commission on Education for Sustainable Development Practice, published by the Earth Institute at Columbia University in collaboration with MacArthur Foundation back in October 2008. 16 years have passed since then, yet the relevance of management research as a bridge between the disciplines has grown, which our Honorable Vice Chancellor keeps emphasizing. And management science can integrate health, physical, and social sciences, making it an essential driver of transdisciplinary research, a concept you will encounter frequently. I encourage you to read my article in the upcoming issue of Integral Review, a journal of management and not just business, to dive deeper into this topic. Now, let us be practical. If your research is not aligned to the electric vehicle revolution, ignore the next few lines. But if you are considering sustainability, innovation, or technological advancement, I urge you to explore the latest call for proposals from the Anusandhan National Research Foundation, ANRF. The focus is on developing indigenous capabilities for long-term sustainability across the EV value chain, covering areas like tropical EV batteries and battery cells, power electronics machines and drives, EV charging infrastructure. Why is this important? The EV mission is about more than technology. It is about reshaping our ecosystems, reducing costs, and building local supply chains. The call for proposal invites consortia to create electric mobility nodes, e-nodes, each led by a principal investigator working across multiple academic institutions, R&D labs, and industry partners. The goal is to move from proof of concept to prototype with real-world impact. And it is not just about EVs. Other areas like road safety, where the toll of road accident-based deaths in India is of the tune of 1 million deaths a year, 4 times the fatalities that was happening in the peak COVID period in 2021. Present another opportunity for research with social impact and tackling of a public health emergency. Cybersecurity too is a growing field, with cyber crimes costing the global economy $8 trillion, 3 times the size of India's economy. Professor Harris would have appreciated this, as he recently shared the 40 Thieves booklet in our university leadership group. and as everyone else. The common thread here is solution-oriented research. You are not just here to learn or publish. You are here to solve problems, real problems that affect people and communities. Whether it is sustainable mobility, road safety, or cybersecurity, your research should strive to make the world a better place. So here is my final message. Respect time, understand the temporal dimension in research, use it strategically to align your work with funding opportunities, societal needs, and long-term goals. Focus on impacts, and grants and opportunity will naturally follow. I look forward to seeing the incredible work that you all do as the next generation of researchers and what you produce. I look forward to that. Welcome once again, and let us make these few years count. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving valuable insights. Now, discipline is the core for the success of any organization, more so especially for the educational institutions. It is of paramount importance. And to brief about the Student Code of Conduct, I beseech Professor Tehseen Usmani, sir, University Proctor, to do the needful. Sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor Sahab, Registrar Sahab, our Honorable guest today, Shri Jitendra Kumar Ji, our colleague deans, and dear students. First of all, I wish to congratulate all PhD students, and I want to welcome them to this wonderful university. Certainly, this university, as has been told by all others, we are in the phase of putting it in a real research-based, research-intensive university, and you have to prove that you are an active part of it in research. Before coming to my topic of, before coming to my area of proctorship, I wish to add a few sentences, tell a few sentences. In this present technological and competitive world, knowledge is power, and research is the essence of knowledge. And you must realize that you are a part of this research. You have to take the research standards of this university and this country ahead so that it becomes a sort of real success to this nation. That way you will be doing a very important job if you are taking your job of research seriously. Anyway, I will introduce myself. I am Professor Tehseen Usmani. I am proctor of this university. Basically, I am an electronic engineer with my PhD specialization in solar photovoltaic applications and design. At your level as a PhD student, the proctor need not talk much about discipline and all other things. We hope, and our experience had been that our research students, they have never created any sort of proctorial problem, any sort of discipline problem. But even then, this is from university side, we have to make you familiar about our proctorial system. So, I am here, Professor T. Usmani, I am proctor. Then Dr. Muhammad Zafar, he is Director Sports as well as he is Assistant Deputy Proctor in this campus. In that front campus, where agriculture, different departments are there, Professor Naseem Ahmed, who is Dean of Law also, he is Deputy Proctor there. And then in phase 3, our Mehdi Saab, Intezar Mehdi, he is the Deputy Proctor. Phase 3 is a bit 4-5 kilometers away from here, and you will know about these things later on. There are so many things to be told as a proctor, but I will concentrate and I will refer only code of conduct, which is expected from you. Students must maintain high standards of decorum in their attitude and behavior. They should carry their ID cards while they are in university premises. They are also expected to pay respect to their elders and teachers, which is in line with our culture. Students must not indulge in any type of quarreling or fighting or any other indecent verbal or physical activity. Severe disciplinary action will be taken in all such cases, which may lead to suspension or even rustication of the concerned student from the university. As I have told, such things we are telling, but at your level, in past, never such type of events have occurred, and we wish the same thing will be maintained with your batch also. Ragging is against the norms of civilized society, etc. I'm not reading that. Any type of indecent, disruptive behavior under the pretext of any festival celebration is not permitted and will result into disciplinary action. Possession of firearms, etc. Anyway, students are allowed to wear only formal and decent dress. This is important. You must note it. Students are allowed to wear only formal and decent dress. One thing I want to mention, on Fridays, as a proctor, our proctorial board, we are noticing that some students, of course, junior level, they are wearing kurta pajama. That we are not permitting. Either full-fledged sherwani and pajama or formal dress. This I must tell you. If any student is found involved in activities resulting in direct or indirect loss, damage to the university, the same shall be borne by the student. Now, you should know a little how the inquiries goes. On the receipt of the complaint, inquiry officer is deputed by proctor inquiry committee. If felt so by proctor, looks into points of complaint, if any complaint is received. The inquiry officer, on the basis of complaint calls the complainant on a specific date and time. The person against whom complaint or misconduct is received is asked to explain his or her position without a specific time. The complainant is given full opportunity to narrate incident leading to complaint. The complainant is provided fair opportunity to bolster his complaint by giving evidence of facts and circumstances. The inquiry officer, inquiry committee makes all possible efforts to bring conciliation through counseling. If the same is achieved, case may be closed and recorded with intimation to proctor. Thereafter, inquiry officer, inquiry committee prepares detailed report on the basis of facts, circumstances, statement of complaints, witness, fixing responsibility, and report is submitted to proctor for further action. The accused is given full chance to defend herself before proctorial board. If the charges framed are proved, the delinquent student is subjected to appropriate penalty. Any student feeling aggrieved over the decision has the right to appeal to Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, within 3 months' time from the date of service of the order and office memo. The decision of Honorable Vice Chancellor will be final. So this is the inquiry detail, and that is code of conduct. I was given 5 minutes, and I think time is a bit more, so I wish to close here. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for explaining the code of conduct for the students. Now, I shall be beseeching Professor Adil Maqbool, sir, Vice Dean, Faculty of Commerce, to provide an overview about the coursework detail. Sir shall be delving into the details of courseworks, course content, teaching pedagogy, and mandatory attendance requirements. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mansoor. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, the Controller of Examinations, Dean Doctoral Studies and Research and Development, Deans of various faculties, Head of the departments, faculty members, PhD coordinators, and my dear newly enrolled research scholars. A very good afternoon to all of you and Assalamu Alaikum. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the lush green campus of Integral University and to this special program organized by the Dean Doctoral Studies for you. First, let me congratulate each of you for successfully securing admission in this research intensive NAC A+ accredited university. At Integral, we are committed to fostering a culture of innovation and inquiry with you, our scholars playing a central role in this mission. As you embark on this exciting research journey, you will not only expand the frontiers of knowledge, but also contribute to the betterment of the society. Rest assured, the faculty, resources, and community here are dedicated for supporting you at every step of your research journey. Not taking much time, I have been given the responsibility on behalf of the Integral University to explain you about the coursework. Most of the part of the coursework has already been explained by the Dean Doctoral Studies and the Controller of Examination. So I will explain only the commencement of classes and the teachers. So it is mandatory by the University Grant Commission that all the highest body in India to to clear the coursework examination. So PhD scholars, PhD coursework is important as it builds foundational knowledge, sharpens your research skills, and familiarizes students with key methodologies in their field. It helps prepare candidates for advanced research, ensuring they have the necessary tools to conduct their dissertation effectively. The PhD coursework is usually for a minimum of 1 semester, that is 6 months. But in our university, it depends upon the completion of the topics or the units by the concerned faculty. So if it is completed within 3 months or 3.5 months, then we can conduct the examination. So scholars are required to complete the minimum of 8 credits to 16 credits. This is as per the UGC norms, but we are having 12 credits, 4 credits of each paper. There are 3 papers. Research methodology, RS 701, this is the mandatory paper. A compulsory paper. These are the different topics which will be covered in this research methodology. Another compulsory paper is the research and publication ethics, RS 702. These are the topics written here will be completed in this subjects. One more subject of 4 credit, which is your specific to your subject or your department, that will be covered by your head of the department. Attendance is mandatory for all the research scholars to complete 75% of the coursework classes, and university may implement additional attendance policies. This is as per, but our university is also in our university it is also important to all the research scholars, they have maintained 75% attendance in the coursework. This is the evaluation assessment. The coursework is assessed through exams, assignments, presentation, and projects. Scholars must obtain 55% of the marks, equivalent grades in their coursework exams to qualify the next phase of their PhD program. Failure to clear the coursework may lead to discontinuation or extension of the coursework duration. This is the evaluation scheme. Paper 1, 2, 3, research methodology, research publication and ethics, and subject specific paper of your department. All have 4 credits. 80 marks is of your annual exam, and 20 marks for presentation, and 15 marks for 5 marks for attendance, and 15 marks for your presentation that will be conducted in the department. The research methodology presentation will be conducted centrally, and the subject specific will be conducted by the head of the department. These are the instructions related to the coursework. Medium of instruction is English here. Each paper will be of 4 credits, hours per week. As per the timetable, the student shall be evaluated at the end of the coursework. 10 to 15 minutes PowerPoint presentation for each paper shall be conducted for presentation, which is of 15 marks. Pass marks is 55% in each paper. If a student is not able to complete a coursework, as already told by the controller of examination, the student will be allowed to reappear only once in the examination in the subsequent semester as per the ordinance. Commencement of classes, the coursework classes for newly registered PhD scholars will commence from 25th of October, this Friday. The timings is 10:15 to 12:15. It will be conducted in Hall 3 here in this building. Common papers, RM and research and publication ethics will be conducted centrally. After completion of the research methodology, the classes of the research and publication ethics will be started. But simultaneously, your subject paper classes will be conducted in your department by separate department. It will be conducted 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock or before 10:15, so that you can attend your common classes after attending your subject class. The teachers are allotted. So these are the topics of unit wise of research methodology. I will take the basics of concepts of research. Divya Punjwani ma'am will take literature review, hypothesis. Dr. Akhlaq Ahmed from education department. Data collection structural analysis is Dr. Shujauddin Khan from Department of Commerce, and Qazafi Ramari sir will take the statistical part of this data collection method and statistical analysis. Thesis writing and publication ethics I'll take. Computer application will be taught by Dr. Tasneem Ahmed from the Department of Computer Science. Research and publication ethics, another compulsory subject. These are the units which are taken by the different teachers. You can see on the screen and can take the photograph of that. This is all about the coursework. Rest we will discuss in the class. Thank you so much and welcome you once again.
Thank you very much for sharing that highly valuable information on PhD coursework. As the coursework is about to commence from 25th of this month, it was very essential for you to have the insight of the coursework. Now, it's an honor for me to call and invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Javed Musarraf Sir, to come over the podium and enlighten us with his words of wisdom. Sir has been a source of motivation for all of us, and as a true academic leader, has led us from the front. And under his dynamic leadership, the university is growing by leaps and bounds and scaling new heights. Sir has been associated with Aligarh Muslim University. Sir has served AMU in various capacities, including the Dean Faculty of Agriculture Sciences and the Chairman of Department of Agriculture and Microbiology. Sir has officiated as the Vice Chancellor Registrar of AMU on several occasions, and Sir has a vast international exposure and has worked on many international and national projects. Sir has truly an academic leader. I shall beseech you over the podium to enlighten us with your words of wisdom. Sir, a big round of applause for Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir.
Thank you very much. Very good afternoon to all of you. I must congratulate the Dean Research and Development for organizing this wonderful orientation program for the new researchers who have joined the university. And therefore, I welcome you all to this very informative orientation program. This is indeed a rare opportunity, not only for me, but also for all my colleagues and for all the students to be here together. Rare in the sense that this cohort is not going to be available anytime in near future. We are here to discuss the nitty-gritties, the details, the overview of the research program and the facilities that we provide to our students in the campus. I don't know whether we are going to meet again collectively in this form or not, but individually, doors are always open, in fact, and you will be discussing not only with me, but also with my officers who have given you the detailed information about the various facets of the research program that we offers. I would also like to congratulate my colleagues, my learned colleagues who have given wonderful presentations, very cogent presentations referring all aspects of the research program here in the university. The purpose of research and the objective of the research, I hope, is now very clear to all the new scholars who are here. What I have noticed is that this is for the first time in the history of the university that the admissions in PhD program at such a large number has been recorded. I'm told that 260 plus students have been registered in the PhD program, and that includes a sizable number of foreign students coming from different countries in different programs. Now that indicates the impact of the research initiative that the university has taken in the last few years. The PhD program has been a part of the system since almost a decade, but the kind of impetus that has been observed is really encouraging. Research, as all of you are aware, is a cornerstone of academic excellence and is also a very strong driving force for the societal progress and the economic progress of a country. It is not only the individual intellectual gain, but it also helps in bringing the global recognition to the university. And that global recognition is evident in terms of the number of foreign students that have registered in the PhD program. The last speaker has spoken about the coursework, which is going to be a very, very important component. Since we are running behind schedule for almost 1 hour 35 minutes, I will maintain brevity and will try to be as focused as possible and try to touch those areas which have not been covered here. Most of the elements have been taken into consideration. But one of the important components that we have missed, as I feel, is the importance of library and your presence there in the library. Because now you are a part of the system. Your coursework is going to start very soon, which will take almost 6 months in completion. What I presume is that 3 months will go for your class attendance, in which you will be finishing the coursework for all these 3 prescribed papers. And then your evaluation. So you will be having this 6-month window during which your presence in the campus is essential, because you have to maintain your attendance, as you have been told that 75% is mandatory. You have to be there 100%. All scholars here, I urge, should take maximum benefit of the knowledge that is being disseminated through your classroom teaching, through the interaction with your supervisors, with your mentors, peers here in the university, and the remaining time should go to the library. We have a very enriched library in the same building, just one floor above this, which is providing you access to more than 1.5 lakh books, which will provide you an access to the databases free of cost, which will help you in searching the literature in the research area which you are going to pursue. So we have a database of Scopus available for you. We have a database, a very elaborate database of Science Direct, where you can access full research papers, download full research papers, and invest your time in preparing a nice synopsis, which you are going to put forth in the first RDC that you are going to face after 6 months. So that is something very, very important that you keep in mind, that henceforth, from today onward, you are going to come to the campus, maintaining all punctuality, attending all your classes as planned, and then go visiting library and using all those resources. It is not necessary that you have to be in the library for accessing the databases particularly. That can be accessed from anywhere in the campus, because it's all open system that we have in order to increase the accessibility to all our scholars and students. You have been also invited by the Dean Pharmacy, who is also the director of ICEIR, which is the Integral Center for Excellence for Interdisciplinary Research, to visit the center. Now, this is a wonderful facility for those who are pursuing research in science, in biological sciences, in pharmaceutical sciences, in agricultural sciences, and in environmental sciences. But for those who are pursuing research in humanities and social sciences, in law, in mathematics, in other disciplines where you don't need the library facility, you have small seminar libraries in your departments, and also you have a separate section for scholars in the main library. So please make a good use of our library for drafting your synopsis in consultation with your supervisors or the teachers of the department, depending upon the topic that you have chosen for pursuing your career in research. So that was the message that I want to tell you. As far as the promotion of research is concerned, my colleagues have very categorically specified that the university is a research-intensive university, which means that we have greater focus on research. Let me tell you, there are more than 1,200 universities in the country now, and only 1% of the universities are successfully executing the research program. You are lucky to get yourself enrolled in the PhD program. Why I'm saying that? The reason why I'm saying that is that only 260 researchers are there per million population in the country. According to the World Bank report and the UNESCO report, there are only 350,000 researchers in the country. So you are rare, and you have enormous responsibility on your shoulders now to carry on the research in order to solve the real world problems, the problems in our surroundings, the problems that the state is facing, and the problems that the fellow countrymen are facing. So being a researcher, you have to find out. Obviously, one of the speaker has very clearly spoken about the SDGs, which is indeed a very important aspect. So you have to link somehow your research work to the SDGs as well, because that is the responsibility. And India being the signatory of this very important, protocol at the United Nations, amongst one of the 92 countries who have signed this, it is our responsibility, in fact, to see. And you will be happy to know that the university is very serious about the SDGs, and we have incorporated the SDG element almost every discipline that we consider here. So therefore, in research as well, it is one of the important component. Regarding the publications and the ethics of research, a wonderful presentation has been given my friend and my colleague, the Dean of Engineering, which I think has given a very clear idea about the moral responsibility that you have to execute while you have embarked on the journey of this research. This university, as I said, and my colleagues have mentioned, is a research-oriented university. Therefore, the focus is on quality research work. The focus is on high-quality publications. The focus is on getting good citations of your publications. The university has so far, in this year, I mean in 23-24, 24-24, we are still in process, but the data that I have collected for 23-24, the university researchers and the faculty members have published roughly 700 plus publications in various journals, and they are index journals. And if we talk of the quality, then we have a program in the university for incentivization, which has already been elaborated. And this program has given an impetus to the quality of the research in the sense that close to 350 publications from the university have been in very high impact factor journals. In impact factor 3 and above, up to 20. So that kind of a research is now required, because it is only the research which will give visibility to the university, which will improve the perception of the university, which will attract funding from the funding sources. The speaker has already mentioned about the National Research Foundation, which is now Anusandhan National Research Foundation. So I urge all the scholars here who are going to stay in the university for the next 3 to 6 years to start thinking about getting fellowship through government. From day one, I wish and I urge all of you to please get yourself enrolled in the coaching program that we are running for the last couple of years. free of cost, with only one-time registration fee, a very nominal amount, to bring an element of sincerity into the program. Get enrolled yourself. It is in the afternoon. We guide you to prepare yourself for UGC NET. And rest assured that if you attend this program sincerely and regularly, you will definitely crack this examination, and you will be the lucky one who will be getting the handsome amount as a stipend for the rest of the period you are going to do your PhD program. So please give an ear to this call, and I trust that most of you will get yourself enrolled in this wonderful, initiative of the university for the benefit of our research students. So these were the few things I thought. I don't want to tax your nerves too much because as I said, that we are already behind schedule. I trust that your presence in the university as a scholar will strengthen our research program, and I expect that many of you will qualify NET, because I know that out of 300 plus students who have applied for this integral PhD test, only 20, 25 or 30 at the most, they were those who were already having the NET qualification. The rest of us were not. So I think you should go ahead and do that. I will be the first person who will be really feeling great, in fact, like with your success. So I wish that all of you are devoting your time for the purpose for which you have joined the university. For those who are having jobs, they have to convert their regular program, as the registrar has mentioned, as a part-timers. We have some high-profile researchers as well. We know their responsibilities. They are engaged in very important assignments. But then at the same time, I urge that give due importance to the program for which you have enrolled. And therefore, it would be wonderful if you are able to finish your assignment, your thesis work, your publications, which are mandatory for getting your viva voce done within the stipulated period of time. So with this, I once again congratulate you and extend all my good wishes to all the research scholars who are here now being a part of the Integral University and will contribute substantially in promotion of research, in enhancing the number of publications, in increasing the citations of the university, and in taking the entire research initiative to the next level. We are committed to provide you all facilities that are required for your research work in terms of infrastructure. The infrastructure in this university is, I can say for sure, is one of the best in town and also at many other places. So take your time, explore the first facilities that we have for our scholars and for our students, and give your best to this university. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's always refreshing to hear from you. And I'm sure our incoming scholars will follow your words of wisdom and letter and spirit. Now, we are reaching the culmination of the program, and to formally propose the vote of thanks, I beseech Kavita Agarwal ma'am to do the needful. Ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Elahi. Respected Professor Javed Musarrat sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, deans, directors, head of the departments, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all. It is my honor to stand before you and express my heartfelt gratitude. I would like to take this moment to express my profound gratitude to our honorable founder and chancellor, Professor S.W. Akhtar. His blessings and vision have laid the foundation for this institution, and his continuous support has been driving force behind our growth. Thank you, sir, for always being a source of inspiration. To our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Syed Nadeem Akhtar, I express our deepest appreciation for his innovative ideas and visionary leadership. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Javed Musarrat sir, our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, for gracing us with his presence today. Sir, your guidance and wisdom are a beacon of inspiration to all of us, and your words will undoubtedly resonate with our new PhD scholars as they embark on this scholarly journey. Thank you, sir, for your invaluable time, support, and encouragement. I express my gratitude to our executive directors, Mr. Syed Mohammad Fuzan Akhtar and Mr. Syed Adnan Akhtar, for their continuous support and patronage towards research and development and PhD program. I would like to thank Dr. Mohammad Haris Siddiqui, Registrar, for his kind words. It's truly rewarding to be able to contribute to the academic community and share insights with the next generation of learners. Sir, being part of such exchanges is always inspiring and energizing. Special note of appreciation goes to Professor Abdul Rahman Khan, sir, Controller of Examination. Sir, your meticulous handling of examination ensures that the academic integrity of our institution remains strong. Thank you, sir, for your dedication and crucial role you play in our university's operations. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Wahajul Haq, sir, Dean Doctoral Studies and R&D, for the guidance, meticulous planning, and seamless execution of this important event. Sir, your leadership in the Doctoral Studies program is instrumental in shaping the future researchers of our institution. Thank you for your invaluable contribution and support. I would like to extend my gratitude to Professor T. Usmani, our esteemed proctor, for his invaluable contributions to research during his tenure as Dean of Doctoral Studies. His efforts in establishing procedures and standards for the PhD program have been instrumental in shaping its quality and rigor. Thank you, sir, for your dedication to fostering excellence in our academic community. My gratitude to Professor Syed Misbaul Hassan, sir, Director of ICEIR, for his vision and leadership. Thank you, sir, for your commitment to excellence and for the continuous support you provide to both students and faculty. A special note of appreciation goes to Professor Abdul Aziz, Dean in Faculty of Engineering, for his commitment to fostering research ethics within the faculty. Your dedication to ensuring that our research is conducted with integrity and accountability is truly commendable. Thank you, sir, for your invaluable contributions and inspiring leadership. I would like to thank Professor Adil Makbood, sir, Vice Dean, Faculty of Commerce, Professor Rajiv Ranjan, Dean, Integral Business School, Dr. Sanobar S. Mir, Head Department of Bioscience, Dr. Alvina Faruqi, Head Department of Bioengineering, for their insightful explanations of various procedures and systems that will help guide our new students. I would also like to mention Mr. Ahmad Ghazali, a very sincere and efficient official whose support has been invaluable. Thank you for your dedication and hard work behind the scenes. My gratitude to Dr. Mansoor Ilahi for conducting the program flawlessly. Dear students, today you have taken the first step towards achieving the highest academic degree. It is a path that will challenge and refine you, but it will also reward you with knowledge and the ability to contribute meaningfully to society. We are confident that you will rise to the occasion with dedication and resilience. Our best wishes are with you for the successful completion of this remarkable journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. This is the time for national anthem, and I request all to stand up for the national anthem. After the national anthem, we'll be having a group photograph, so I request all to join for that. National anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. It's a time for group photograph. I request all to join. After the group photograph, we have arranged for a tea at the back side. So I invite everybody to join for that after the group photograph.